Hey guys, it's Taylor. Welcome back to my channel. So we've talked a lot about depression and anxiety. We talked a lot about things that I feel on an everyday basis, how I cope, different things. And today I want to talk about how I live my everyday life. Because with depression, things are harder. Things are more difficult for me. Rather, like, one person might be doing something, and for me that's 10 times harder because my depression is weighing me down every day. So I just want to talk about how I live my best life with depression and how I get up every day and try my best to live a better life, because if I didn't do that, I would be in my bed every day, and I lived like that for a really, really long time, and it's really horrible. And kind of transitioning into the stage that I'm in right now took a lot of work, and sometimes I really wanted to give up because it's easier to lay in bed. It's easier to feel sorry for myself and not do anything and not take care of myself, because getting up and trying is really, really hard because you're trying to break those habits that you've been in, those habits that are comfortable for you, those habits that are safe. Because for me, my bed was my safe place. No one could hurt me. No one can make me feel bad, and I was just safe. And so I had to break those habits, and it was hard and stressful, and it gave me a lot of anxiety. But where I'm at right now, I'm not exactly where I want to be, but I'm getting there right now. So that's all that matters. So I'm just going to talk to you about what my everyday life is like, what it's kind of been transitioning into, how I started, and how I try to live my best life every single day. So I'm not going to list anything. I'm just going to sit here and talk to you guys, me and you, one-on-one. So I'll start off from where I began. About a year ago, I was in a really, really bad place. And I didn't hang out with anyone. I didn't go out. I was in my bedroom 24/7. And when I wasn't doing school, I was laying in bed. And I tried to sleep as much as I could, because if I were sleeping, then I didn't have to deal with what was going on with me and how I was feeling. I was safe and nothing could hurt me, and I was kind of in my own world. And I just liked to be in bed. I was comfortable, I was safe. That's kind of not where I felt my happiest, because I don't think I felt happy in that state, but where I felt safe with myself. So that's what my life was like, and I didn't take care of myself. If you're depressed, then I'm not going to say every depressed person is like this, but when you're depressed, a lot of people find it hard to take care of themselves physically and mentally. So mentally being positive, physically taking care of themselves, like hygiene. And I did take care of myself, but to get up out of my bed and shower and get ready for the day or whatever literally took everything out of me. That's how it felt. For someone else, to just be a shower, but for me, it was so hard to get up and take a shower because I didn't want to take care of myself. I just wanted to lay there, and I wanted to feel the way that I was feeling. And then getting up and doing these things kind of put me in a different position that I didn't want to be in. I just wanted to be in bed and feel bad about myself, and most people be like, well, why do you want to feel bad about yourselves? But sometimes you get so content with your depression and so safe in it that trying to get out of it scares you. And you're like, no, I want to go back. I don't want to do this. So that's how I felt for a long time. And when that started to change is when I was hospitalized in a psychiatric adolescent unit for about 2 weeks. And we had a routine. I couldn't just lay in bed and feel sorry for myself. We got up super early, like 6:30 in the morning, and we get our blood pressure and vitals done and stuff. And then we would, if we wanted to go back to bed for 30 minutes, we could, because we had to be up at 7:30. And then we could take our showers, get ready, get dressed, because that's important. Showering and brushing your teeth and everything, even though it seems like, that's just what you do, that can be really hard for a depressed person to do, because it takes so much energy out of you. You're already exhausted because of all the things that's going inside your head. And so we would get up and we'd do those things, and those are important. Getting up early and taking care of yourself and getting dressed and taking a little bit of time to mentally be positive, writing in our journals. That made a big difference to me. I felt good about myself, what I was doing, instead of just laying in bed and doing absolutely nothing with myself all day long. And so we did that, and we got into a schedule of doing that, and then we eat at our certain times. We would go to the gym and exercise at our certain times. We'd go to group and talk to people, write journals, play games. And I felt good because for once, like, I felt like I was doing something. I felt like I was really helping myself in a positive way. And before I was trying to help myself like here and there, like, oh, I'll do this, oh, I'll do this. But this was a big step for me because all at once I was trying to do these things, and it made a huge difference. So then I came home and I brought those things back to me. So I will go ahead and tell you guys what my day is like and what I try to do to live my best life instead of laying in bed. So I'm homeschooled, so I don't have to get up like super early for school. I've been homeschooled for about 2 years, and that's just what works for me. And so I get up at I set my alarm for 7:30, and then I get up at 8 because I can't just jump out of bed. I have to work myself into it because the medicines that I take make me very tired all the time. It's not just like, I get tired here and there. It's a constant tiredness or fatigue 24/7 that I feel all the time. Sometimes it's worse, but it's always kind of there with me. But it does help, like my medication. The only side effect I don't like is I'm tired all the time. And so I try to get up, and I go in the bathroom and I wash my face immediately. And that wakes me up. And then I start cleaning my room, and everything like that. And I get my whole bed made because it makes me feel better. And I get my whole room set up the way that I like it, so it's not messy because it makes me feel better. And then I go in the bathroom, and I shower at nighttime so it can relax me before I go to bed because I have problems with falling asleep. So then I go in the bathroom and I get myself ready for the day. I do my hair and my makeup because when I'm trying to do something good for myself, it makes me feel better physically and mentally. Because if I'm not trying for myself, it kind of makes me feel like I don't care about myself. But if I'm doing things for myself, it makes me feel better, like I care about myself. So I go ahead and do that, my makeup, my hair, anything that makes me feel better. I make sure everything's clean and whatnot. And recently I've been trying to keep myself busy because I think being busy is the best thing that you can do. Because if you aren't doing anything, then all of your time that you have, your free time, is spent thinking about negative things, or you start to get sick because you're not focusing on anything positive. So what I've been doing recently, I have guitar lessons once a week, and I learn like 2 strings. I've just started last week, and I learn 2 strings a week, and so I practice that twice a day, in the morning and at night. So then I do that. I do a little bit of schoolwork, and then when I'm done with my schoolwork, I'll eat lunch and everything. And another thing I do that is super positive that, like, I've been going to the gym for about 4 or 5 months now, and that makes me feel good mentally and physically. I'm seeing changes in my body that makes me feel good. It helps my self-esteem. And I also see differences in my mental state because I feel good about what I'm doing. I feel good that I'm helping myself. So I do that 5 days a week. Every other day, I do weights, and then on my off days, I will do some cardio. Let's see what else I do. I like to go through my coping box, so sometimes I'll do my mandalas, sometimes I will paint on canvases, and you don't have to be an artist. I'm not an artist. I'm not very good at drawing or painting, but I like it because it makes me feel good. Let's see, what else do I do? I sometimes write. I go outside and I get some fresh air. And at night I relax. It's my time to relax because I have been going everywhere all day, running around, trying to keep busy, doing good things for myself. And so at night I paint for myself. I'll take like a hot bath or something and kind of do like a spa night or whatever. And then at night I will like lay in my bed and I'll watch YouTube videos before I go to bed. And that's kind of like my reward time. So that's what I'll do. Sometimes I'll read books. I don't as often just because I'm so busy with school and stuff. and I don't have time to fit that in. But I will be graduating in a month, so once I am done with that, I'll probably try to incorporate reading more. I think my biggest tip to you is stay busy with positive things in your life. So like for me, I'm doing guitar and gym and like a little bit of school and painting and mandalas and all different things. And then the newest thing, I can't believe I forgot this, I started YouTube. This is something I want to do for so long, and it means so much to me because even if I'm just like touching a few people and I'm helping a few people, that means the world to me. Like that means so much to me that I can at least be helping one person or inspiring one person or just being there for one person. And that makes me feel good about myself. So that's probably the newest thing, the most exciting thing is my YouTube channel. And I try to put up content and I try to think of ideas that people want to hear. So if you guys ever have anything that you want to hear from me, advice, stories, just like ask me. Just leave it in the comments and say, oh, do you have any advice on this? Or, oh, I want to hear about your hospital experience or whatever. I want to talk to you guys about it. I like talking to you guys about it. And I want to continue to do this because it's good for me. And I am so proud of how far I have come just in the past year. From not going anywhere and laying in my bed all day long to having guitar lessons, starting YouTube, doing crafts, going to the gym, cleaning, taking care of myself. All of these things are so positive, and I'm so proud of myself for doing this. And I believe in you, and I know that you can do it too, because if I was in such a bad place back then I know that anyone can do it. Because if I can do it, then you can do it too. And it's hard. It's not easy. I went from waking up at noon to waking up at 7:30, and that's really hard. And, you know, some days I just couldn't handle it and I had to take a nap. But you have to ease into it. It's not going to happen overnight. And you just have to stick to your plans. And I think for a depressed person, routine is super important. And if that routine gets broken, you start to fall back into the place that you used to be. And of course, like, not every day has to be the exact same. You can be spontaneous and go on adventures and hang out with people. But the positive things that make you happy in your life, just make sure to keep doing those things and surround yourself with positive people. So those are some of the things that I try to do in my life to make my life the best it can possibly be while I'm living with depression. And so far, I think it's working out really good. I still struggle with it every day, of course, but these things kind of ease the pain, distract me, and help me cope in a positive way. So, I think that's all I wanted to say. If I forget anything, I'll leave it in the comments below or add it into this video. But those are the things that help me every day. Maybe you can take some of these tips back with you and try some of these things for yourself. Or just try things that work for you, what makes you happy, and try to live the best life that you can possibly live. I think that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys soon.